Tonight is finally the night of the NBA 2K League draft. This will be a historic occasion because it's the first draft for the first basketball E-League ever. So this will be a very special moment for a lot of those guys. So reading articles about Dimes and all the other guys who could possibly get drafted, it had me thinking that this league is really good for everybody. And so that's what I want to talk to y'all today. This league will spark amateur leagues, like how there were tournaments, like Pro-Am tournaments and all with like the teams, and they would match up against each other for money and everything. This league will cause there to be like other leagues that will be created, and it won't be ran by 2K and it won't be ran by the NBA. It'll be like amateur leagues, and this will be like those guys who want to get in the league next year and so on. This will be their place to show that, you know, they belong in the league. And it'll probably spawn like a whole bunch of them, and it just gives everybody, well, not everybody, but gives the people who are on that level a chance to show that they're on that level, even if they didn't get drafted. And it just makes it more interesting, the fact that you got some guys who are going to come from the amateur league and go to the actual league. You'll like see guys move up through the rankings and whatnot, you know? So the money that was promised to these players, if you're a first round draft pick, hold up, let's check my notes, I don't want to get it wrong. You will sign a 6-month contract that can be anywhere from $35K to $40K. So this right here is really cool to me. So as most of you guys may know, I'm a college student and I'm in my last year. And what I'm estimated to make coming out of college is like 30-ish K, like 30K to 35K. A degree, depending on where you go, you know, it's gonna cost you like $100,000. Like generally $100,000 is what you're gonna pay for a degree, like without scholarship. Well, just in total, I'm not counting what you're actually gonna pay. But for me to pay that much money to come out of school and get a job for 30-ish K, and these guys who could be like, you could be 18, fresh out of high school, and just go straight into this league with no debt, no student loans, and you get housing, you get free housing, you get benefits, and you get 35 to 40K depending on where you get drafted. And it's a perfect setup. It's really a perfect setup. Not everybody wants to go to college. I remember as a kid, like me and my friends joking like, yo, wouldn't it be dope if you could just get paid to play 2K? And now it's actually a thing that like anybody can do, granted that you're 18. And I don't know how 2K planned on like moving forward the league, like will every team redraft every year, or like how they plan on doing it. But even if you only spend 1 year in the league, that 1 year in the league you could build a following, like get a fan base or just a bunch of people who know who you are. And even if you don't get drafted next year, you could use that fan base and you can go to Twitch or you can go to YouTube. That league can really set you up long term, even if you only play one season. And possibly the best thing that can happen because of the league is that if the league is a success and 2K makes the money that they love oh so dearly, then they will have no choice but to make the best game possible to protect the league that they invested in and made so much money off of. They will feel the pressure, the absolute pressure to make the best game possible, which means that we won't get any more garbage, rushed out, bullcrap games. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So lastly, I imagine personally, like this isn't factual, this is just me using deductive reasoning. I imagine the reason that we haven't seen any content from 2K this year, like think about how the game has been so stagnant for so long, like we're not getting anything new. I imagine the reason is because they have been working extra hard to make the 2K League like NBA 2K 18.5. Like I imagine the gameplay won't be the same that we're playing. Like a lot of the gameplay will be completely different. So I feel like next year they'll have the league, like the groundwork has been done. They did the groundwork this year, so they know what they got to do next year. So next year, we won't have to worry about like, oh, 2K is they're not putting anything in the game. Because this year they were so focused on making the league that they couldn't, like, maybe they could have, but like I said, this is me guessing, but they were so focused on making the league that, you know, there was no space or time to do other stuff within the game. Who am I kidding? Of course they had time and space. They billionaires. But anyway, I'm gonna just keep it there, you know. They didn't have time. They didn't have time because they was focused on the league. So hopefully, once again, fingers crossed, next year they'll have the groundwork done. You know, they know what they got to do. They got their, you know, their ducks in a row. So next year the game will be better, and there won't be no 2K dying in 6 months. Hopefully. So that's all I got for y'all today, man. I'm ready for the draft tonight. I'm ready to see who all gonna get drafted. Because honestly and truthfully, the only person or people that I'm aware of who are like eligible to be drafted or whatever is that Dimes dude and Kuda. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna definitely be watching from work tonight because I gotta go to work as always. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And as always, I'm D Brown Shanhan, and I'm up out of here.